Hi, this is Saint Jerome of Crypto Experiences, bringing you yet another crypto experience. Today is 4/5 of 23. And what's that I hear? Did you hear the dollar crashing? I heard the dollar crashing. It's on fire. It's falling out of the sky. What are we to do? The dollar is crashing. What happens to all the money in the bank? What happened to the money in Stillman Valley? Well, the Fed bailed them out. Did you know the Fed didn't have enough money to cover them and that the Federal Reserve really covered them? And Janet Yellen said, we'll cover all the banks except for the ones that we don't want to cover. If you're an important bank, we'll cover you. Do I hear that dollar crashing? It looks like the dollar plane crashed. It's on the ground now and it's burning. The US dollar collapses coming soon. Are you prepared? This is not financial advice in any shape or form, but some people I know are doing certain things. I wonder what they're doing. Well, here is a Federal Reserve note, and poor old George doesn't even want to look at what is happening. Hey, did you know the Federal Reserve is not part of the US government? It's a private bank. Huh. I didn't know that. Did you know that every note that Federal Reserve puts in circulation is actually a debt? Huh. I didn't know that. Did you know that when they put that note in circulation, they automatically start charging the United States government for that debt? Huh. I didn't know that. How do we stop this run to perhaps hyperinflation? What strategies can we use? Do we want to end up with these kids? Well, they have some nice play toys. Look, Mom, we've got 100 trillion Reich marks, and we can make a pyramid out of several quadrillion, quintillion, whatever size Reichsmark that pyramid is in Weimar, Germany, back in the 1920s. Hyperinflation. What can we run to for safety? So, some people are running to, some people are running to precious metals. And this picture illustrates that very well. They're running from the dollars, they're collapsing, but they're not sure what they're getting into. And it looks kind of dangerous going through. What can we do? How can we get some help? And look at all that gold. There's some silver hiding behind it. This is not financial advice, but silver seems like it's going to have a lot more upside in the near future. A big proponent of silver is one of the people I listen to diligently is Bix Weir. He is talking that it should be at least 7 to 1 right now for a comparison of gold to silver. The historic ratio is 16 to 1. And right now it's about 84, 85 to 1, which is crazy. Eventually it may go 1 to 1 because the silver is used in technology and just everything. All the solar panels in our electric cars and our cell phones and our flat screen TVs, they all take silver and they take quite a bit. And we use it up and it's hard to reclaim that. So um, other proponents of silver like Cliff High, they are proposing like $600 an ounce silver in the future. So, how do we get some precious metals? Well, this is not financial advice, but a lot of people are going to Miles Franklin. I'll throw up a little picture here. This is Andy Schechtman of Miles Franklin, a bullion precious metals company. And he has been on several podcasts later, and he keeps letting us be well informed that this is the most demand ever. You can get a hold of Andy, and he'll give you a good, fair deal. I'm not sure about the international shipping. I'm sure that this probably could be arranged. I'm going to post a an email to get a hold of Andy. You email him, and he'll answer you directly. And they handle small customers and large customers. This is not financial advice, but if you are seeking out precious metals, this is a very trustworthy person to go to. And if you would please, after if you do write that email, if you would mention Saint Jerome up down there in the left-hand corner, crypto experiences by Saint Jerome, then I will get a bit of a finder's fee too. And I appreciate help do the channel. And I think you'll be happy with Andy's advice and products. Went to the silver shop today, a local dealer, just to see how things are going to go here. And wow, that shop was crowded. Normally, you'll be one or two people kind of come on in and look, but today people are bringing silver to sell. I think that's a mistake because they think the price is good, but others were almost in a panic buy. So silver, by all the silver dealers, they say is soon going to be unobtainium, to quote Cliff High. Cliff's web bots saw $1 jumps, then $5 jumps, and then $10 jumps. And soon after 10, it was rising so fast that you couldn't get any more because the supply was gone. So if you're going to move, not financial advice, but you might want to do it rather quickly. I'm going to put up the address here to email address. I'm going to share the screen now with this one here. All right. This is Andy Scheckman of Miles Franklin. And if you email him at that email address, info@milesfranklin.com, you can get a hold of Andy and set up any transaction you want to do. And if you would please mention that Saintjerome or Crypto Experiences sent you, and I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Stop. We're going to pause. Well, I'm a little rookie podcaster when it comes to using share screen, and I'm going to try to run a little video clip here at the end, and so hopefully do that correctly too. So the next thing, well, now what do I do to protect myself? Precious metals, that's great, but what about cryptos? Well, this is illustrating. Yes, that's another safer haven for your fiat dollars. I'm not going to say safe haven because everything's kind of volatile nowadays. But where do you run? Because if you don't trust what's going on in some financial institutes, you can go to various different cryptocurrencies. Now, on this video, I'm not going to debate too much between XRP, XLM, and all of the ISO 222 compliant tokens, which a lot of people think those are going to be the ones that make it to the end. But on the other hand, you have those who think that Bitcoin, Litecoin, especially Dogecoin, who could have thought Dogecoin? Boy, Elon just pumped that baby up, didn't he, the other day when he changed the Twitter bird to a little Doge dog? Well, anyway, who knows which ones are going to go. But if you want to dabble into cryptos, there's a couple ways you can go around that. Not my advice, but one could do this. So if you have small amounts, this is a pretty good way to go. For small amounts, I have found the Strike app to be work very well. So the Jack Maller's there. The Strike, I have a code down below, and if you download that app, and I think you have to buy $100 worth of Bitcoin in order to do it. But if you do that, then you get an extra $5, I believe, and then yours truly gets an extra $5 fee also for being a finder's fee. So I would advise Strike app. I guess it's not advice. It's not advice, but some people use Strike app. Um, and then what I like about the Strike app is you have to buy Bitcoin. They only do Bitcoin. And then once you get the Bitcoin, you can move it over to like an Exodus wallet. And inside the Exodus wallet, it's very safe to exchange to another cryptocurrency. So you've got Bitcoin. And if you're one of those X guys, you can go into XLM, XRP, all the ISO 222 tokens, I believe, are there. If you're a Litecoin guy, you can have some of your Bitcoin, move some of your Bitcoin over to Litecoin, move some of your Bitcoin over into Dogecoin, and might I say it, even in that dreaded fork, the Bitcoin Cash. They can go all in there. And I believe you can do a transaction as a little bit as 50 cents. And I think when you first get started, you have a max transaction and I believe a week for $1,000. But after that, if you've been a while, they up that up. So that's for some small transactions. If you would like to do a bigger transaction, there is a great company that is in Australia, and I'll put a little bit about them here in just a second. But you can buy some, if you say, for example, you want to trade Bitcoin for XRP in big amount. Well, if you've accumulated your Bitcoin, you can go over to this company in Australia, which is named Caleb and Brown, and they can make that trade for you. They charge a pretty good fee. I mean, very reasonable. I believe it's 3.5% if you use my code down below for Caleb and Brown. So you'll get a permanent 3.5%, which is really good for a fee. And I'll get a little bit too for sending you their way. So that's Patreon. So let me try that again. Patreon.com/Saintjerome, but that link's down below. So I'd appreciate that. And let's look at them themselves. I like this slide because they are in Australia. I think they're in both Sydney and Melbourne, and then they also have an office across the ocean, I believe, in London. So there's a kangaroo. I'm not up on Australian fowl, but a bird that is native to Australia, I'm sure. And what is very cool about Caleb Brown, if you invest $2,000 and you want to make a trade, or if you want to buy crypto by sending over US dollars or whatever currency you're coming from, they're international. You get a personal broker. You sign up with them and you get a personal broker, and they just charge a flat fee. So if you go $2,000, 3.5%. You go $200,000, 3.5%. You go $200 million, 3.5%. So they'll handle anything from 2,000 on. I don't know what the limit is, but they go into the higher amounts of money for sure. So again, so if you have at least $2,000 that you want to trade or buy cryptocurrency, then they're great to use. If you have a smaller amount, the Strike's good for Bitcoin, and then trade on the Strike app. So it's really nice to be able to talk to that broker and email them. They are Johnny on the spot and getting back to you, and they're 24/7. So they have different people. You'll have a broker. Mine's named Andrew. He's great. And then you may get another broker, another name, but then they have other people that will answer the emails sent to your broker if you have a question. And if you have a problem, you can actually call them up and talk to somebody personally 24/7. So that's just great. So they also can help advise a little bit. I can't advise. I'm not an advisor, but they can give you some advice on what's going on. And I appreciated that as a customer. I got a warning about Silicon Valley Bank going down before they went down. And the reason they warned everybody was the USDC stablecoin was heavily invested in Silicon Valley. And that night, the USDC dropped from $1 stablecoin down to like 88 cents. That's a big drop. Now, fortunately for those holding USDC, it's back up to $1 again. So, but there, that was kind of giving everybody a little bit of a scare. They had some money invested in that. So anyway, I'm going to try to play a little video here to wrap up. But if I mess up the video at the end, like I've been messing up things this video, I'm going to put out another video very soon, and the title of the video is going to be Fed Now or Fed Up. That should be a good one. The new Fed coin is planned to be coming. It is a digital currency, even though everything you do will be seen. What do you think about that? So I'd like you to hit a like and subscribe down below. I have a 1,000 subscriber contest. I will give at least 10,000 Satoshis. If I get to 1,000 subscribers, the first one that comments on the video that we get 1,000 subscribers on will get that 10,000 Satoshis. Today, that is getting near $3. So 28,000 is $2.80. 40,000 is $4. So it goes up like that with 10,000. And if I get 1,000 subscribers, I'll probably sweeten the pot a little bit. I would need your public key in order to send you your public address to send you that. I'm not going to send any gift cards. I'll just send it to that. I've done one already that went great. I live in the United States, and that person who received it lived in England, I believe. So that was pretty good. I had another person who never claimed their prize. When I had my first subscribers, he didn't claim it, so he or she didn't claim it. So anyway, let's try to finish up with this video. And I've got oh, by the way, Ballet Wallet's a great place to store your cryptos once you get them. I'm a Ballet ambassador. That code's down there for a discount. The Caleb and Brown Patreon link is down there. The Strike link is down there. And not financial advice, but if you're interested in precious metals, to get out of the fiat dollars, are interested in crypto, Strike and Caleb Brown are down below. Now let me try that video. It's a very funny commercial. I played it once before, but this is pretty cool. Well, here goes nothing. I'm going to try to play the commercial. All right, there it is over there. I'll widen the screen out. That's the best I can do. All right, I know about you guys, but I find that to be a hilarious commercial, especially Dogecoin at the end, and whether Elon's been pumping the Doge here. It went up what 30% one day. What the heck? Gone down a little bit now, but that Doge. You know what's so cool about Doge? You can mine that with the same time you're mining Litecoin. So you get Litecoin, which is a set amount of 84 million, and Dogecoin, which I believe now has a controlled inflation. I think I heard that too. So, well, thanks for watching, and not financial advice, but there's a way for precious metals, a path for you, and there's a way for cryptocurrencies. So either Strike or Caleb Brown. And if you have any questions, ask in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll get that other podcast out here in the next day or so. Are you fed? Is it fed now, or are you fed up? Goodbye. Thanks for coming.